Hey y'all, I know, y'all see this picture and you're like, oh gosh, not again. It doesn't feel like it's been just a little over a week since the murder trial of Amber Guyger resulted in her getting 10 years, but of course she's filing an appeal, so she might do way less than that. Hell, she might actually get off. But it does feel like it's been a really long time since then because so many things have happened. This has turned into the aftermath of it is one big shit show. One big old shit sandwich. It really has been like that. As you know, just a couple of days after the trial ended, Joshua Brown, that's one of the key witnesses that actually helped convict this girl, this woman, this racist. Joshua Brown was found murdered in an apartment complex. Apparently, according to the Dallas PD, who seemed to solve that murder really, really fast, right? Apparently, this was a drug deal gone bad because apparently Louisiana, the state of Louisiana, was out of weed, and three men drove all the way to Texas to buy some from Joshua Brown, okay, which resulted in, I guess, him shooting the dude shooting him. According to the criminal that supposedly got into it with Joshua Brown. This is all according to him, by the way, because remember, Joshua Brown's not here to tell the tale and the other guys are still on the run. Or one of them, something like that. One of the fastest cases ever solved. You know, it's so interesting to me how the Dallas police could solve this crime, like within like a matter of moments. But there's people that's been waiting for justice for years, wondering who killed their family members, and somehow they still don't know. All right. Here in Chicago, people never really get justice. Okay. Never. Nobody's ever brought up. But now they had all the details to Joshua Brown's murder. But it's just interesting. That I'm just going to say that. I'm going to leave it at that. Now, just when you think it couldn't get any crazier. Now, as you know, Botham Jean's family, his little brother, as you know, took the stand, and he said he did not want Amber Guyger to go to jail. Matter of fact, he didn't really want her to go to jail, and he asked if he could hug her. All right. Black folks were split on that. A lot of people felt like, well, this is a young man who has to do what he has to do for himself to gain some kind of clarity in the situation. He has the right to grieve the way he wants to. And then there was those that just wasn't feeling what he did. Like, again, with the black forgiveness, white people lean on black forgiveness. And this was just one of those examples of how white people can always count on black forgiveness, no matter what they do. And the father said he wanted to be friends with the woman who killed his son. So, like I said, it's been one big shit show. Really, it has. This man right here, this is Lee Merritt. He is the attorney that has been representing Botham Jean's family pretty much from the get-go, as well as Attorney Crump, Benjamin Crump. They've both been kind of like looking out for the family, representing the family, the spokesperson for the family. All right. So he's just been doing a lot of advocacy on behalf of them almost from the beginning. Okay. And for the most part, he has been unproblematic. He has kept his head down and stayed focused on the case. But it's interesting to me how he decided to come at somebody who has nothing to do with the case at all. Okay? And it's going to be crazy when you guys find out who it is, but I'm just going to go ahead and let it rip because, like I said, this has turned into one big old shit show. Yes, it has. So when people were going in on Botham Jean's brother and Joshua Brown got killed, Nicki Minaj took to her Twitter a few days ago and she said, I wonder if they were hugging on him after he got off that stand the way they were all boohoo crying, hugging on the murderer. Talk about a slap in the face. Go hug on his fatherless child now. He should have let y'all suffer and minded his business. This is heartbreaking. Now, when I read that, I saw this in real time and I thought she was actually I thought she was referring to the judge who was also in tears and also crying and hugging Amber Guyger. Not just his brother, but other people. And then Lee Merritt decided he didn't like what Nicki said. And he posted this on his Instagram of this picture, be like Bo, hashtag be like Bo. Because of course, this guy, Bo, you know, he was a forgiving man, and his brother hugged the murderer. And so he took to his Instagram to call Nicki out. He said, at Nicki Minaj decided to shame the 18-year-old brother of Botham John for forgiving and embracing Amber Guyger after she was convicted and sentenced for the murder of his brother. First, I have to welcome Nicki to the conversation. To date, artists like Bad Girl Riri and I Am Cardi B and a whole host of her colleagues have helped me advocate for justice for Botham and other victims of police brutality. Nicki has stood silent. But now she decides to take her huge platform and use it as to attack a teenage grappling with the murder of his brother and the tenets of his faith. The Jean family has suffered. This beautiful, regal, proud, pious family has endured more pain and suffering than anyone deserves. They have reacted in a myriad of ways. His mom says she almost lost her faith. Botham's sister has spent the past year almost constantly choked with anger. For his part, Brant has become reclusive and silent. When he chose to speak to the source of his family's distress, he had the right to say and do whatever he needed to do in order to get past this unthinkable tragedy. Nicki's statement, he should have let y'all suffer and minded his business, is chilling. To direct your anger at this family is at best misguided. I represent both families. They don't blame each other. They share in each other's suffering in a way only they could fully appreciate. Nicki has no place speaking on this family's suffering or saying someone should have added to it. There was no casual relationship between Brent's show of mercy and the murder of Joshua. There is a lot of righteous anger about the facts surrounding the murder of Joshua Brown. And then he goes on and on and on and on. And you guys can actually read the rest. It's about to come up. Man, I was reading that fast. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. She said, you could use your platform to address the protocol violations of the judge or instructing your millions of followers to demand DPD recuse itself from the investigation. Instead, you belittle and shame a family that has suffered more than any of us. And so, this is what I mean by shit show. He decided to go after Nicki Minaj. Now listen, there were a lot of celebrities, a lot of them, that was not feeling what Botham John's brother did. And a lot of people did feel a type of way after Joshua Brown died, because it's like, well, hell, this guy, no matter what he was into, by the way, because it sounds like he didn't want to get up on the stand anyway. So he technically kind of risked his life to do it, if you think about it. He got up on this stand, risking his life pretty much, because now his life is gone. And a lot of people felt like, well, but y'all just forgave this woman. Y'all forgave this woman. Y'all hugging all over, the judge hugging all over. The judge was kind of shady about Joshua Brown, even like, oh, I'm surprised he showed up, knowing that this man probably was in danger, and he probably let y'all know that. And so Nicki expressed herself like a lot of people did, and you decided to not only put her name in it, but also Cardi B's as a kind of like a dig. And you know what you was doing, Lee Merritt. You an attorney and you out here clout chasing. You an attorney and you out here being petty. Seriously? Seriously. That's what you decided to do. That's what you're doing. And it really is a shit show. You decided to put Cardi B's name in there to kind of take a dig at Nicki Minaj for what she said, but also a lot of people were saying it. But you decided to go after her. I'm just saying, it just seems kind of interesting that you would do that. And Rihanna. So you put Rihanna and Cardi B. Well, like Cardi B and Rihanna have been helping me, but you've said nothing. You haven't said a thing. Do you see how petty that was? And how unnecessary that was? You are an attorney. Seriously, you could be doing other things if you really was about that. You could have ignored what she said, just like you obviously ignored what all these other people said. Because there was a lot of people that felt the same way that Nicki did about what Botham John's brother did. All right? Now, we are in no place to say how he should grieve, but a lot of people felt that way, but you decided to go after Nicki. And that was I just wanted to say that. I was just wondering if y'all was able to see that, and what do you guys think about this? Do you think that this attorney is clout chasing? Because I just felt like this was unnecessary and that he just didn't have to do that. But I guess stay tuned, because like I said, this is a shit show and it continues. I'll see y'all on the next video.